Hey guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times, and this could probably be the Redmi Note 10 for the Indian market, but we are just coming out with some speculations around that. It's not confirmed yet, but I feel this could be the one because it comes with the Dimensity 800U chipset, and this is an affordable 5G smartphone. And obviously, Xiaomi is looking at bringing 5G smartphones in the Indian market, and that is the reason why they could be looking at the Dimensity 800U as the first choice. And this is the Redmi Note 90, the global unit, and I got it from Dubai. And this has some decent specifications, but again, one of the issues was I couldn't get a 6 GB RAM variant because there's no 6 GB RAM variant. There's only 4 GB RAM with 128 GB storage with 64 GB storage. So there were two options, and I chose the 128 one to test it out and check out how good is this. When we compare this with particularly the Realme X7, the reason for that is they both come with the same chipset, though the other specs do differ a bit. But let's first unbox, check out what comes in the box package, then talk about the device as a whole. And anyway, you can stay tuned for our speed test comparisons and for our gaming reviews as well. For now, this is the box package. Unlike what we see in the Indian market, you don't see a lot of stuff on the back. There's nothing actually on the back. It's a pretty plain box package, and the branding of Redmi is quite obviously written there. So this is not a made in India unit, guys. If you are wondering, this is not a phone that is launched in India. It could launch, as I said, it could launch as the Redmi Note 10, but let's wait and see. Let's wait and see whether this is the same phone that is coming as Redmi Note 10, or is Xiaomi going to do some changes. If they do, that would be a good surprise, and that would be actually good to see that, okay, the company is coming up with something different and not the same phone rebranded as some other name. So the first thing that you see here is designed by Redmi, and this is quite a heavy stuff given here. Yes, so obviously that's the booklets, which are quite heavy. You see those thick booklets. These are the user guide and the warranty card, and this rubber case. And this looks similar to the Mi 10i. If you take a look at it on the box as well, the back panel of it looks similar to the Mi 10i. Not the texture of it, but the actual camera placement. You have the SIM ejector tool here. And now this is the smartphone. This is the Redmi Note 90. And the first thing that I liked already about this phone was this thing. If we take out the cover here, what you see is a plastic bag. I am someone who would actually like the plastic bag. There are many who would oppose the fact that this has a plastic bag and it should have been a glass bag. But this is a textured plastic, and this won't take any fingerprints. This won't take any smudges. You don't really have to use a back cover as well. You can use this as it is, and you can be worry free. On the front, this phone comes with a 6.53-inch Full HD Plus display. That's 1080 to 2340 pixels, 19.5:9 aspect ratio. In-display camera is what they call it. That's the punch hole camera towards the top left area. 450 nits of brightness is what they call on the display's brightness, and this comes with the Gorilla Glass 5 protection on the front. On the back, there's no protection needed. As I said, it's a plastic bag, and if you take a closer look at it, you'll see the pattern design here on the entire back panel. Again, there's a little gradient kind of a feel given here with those different colors, but in the end, what we liked is that it doesn't take any fingerprints or smudges, so it's not going to give you that bad experience, or it won't look bad either. Now, quickly setting the phone up, we'll also talk about the other stuff here. So while this sets up, we'll also talk about what else comes in the box package. The first thing that you see is the USB Type-C cable, which obviously means that the phone has USB Type-C connectivity. And apart from that, we have the travel adapter. And interestingly, as was the case with the Poco's M3 as well, this comes with a 22.5 watt charging, though the phone doesn't have 22.5 charging support. It has 18 watt fast charge support, and that's it. The company says that we usually would offer a higher fast charging because most of us don't use a single phone. Some of the phones have a faster charging support, that so the same adapter can be used for both the devices. That charger obviously supports 18 watt output as well, so the phone can be charged with 18 watt speeds, but any other phone with higher speeds can be charged with that because it has 22.5 watt output. Now, this is the MIUI. This is the global MIUI, obviously, so the apps and everything that you see here are quite different. Now, if we quickly take a look at the physical aspect of it, there's a triple camera combination here: 48 megapixel primary camera, 2 megapixel depth, and 2 megapixel macro camera given here. On the front is that 13 megapixel selfie camera for the selfies. There's 4K video recording, and the phone, it actually is around 200 grams in weight, and it has 5000 mAh battery given inside it. So in a way, if you take a look at some of the things that are given here, you might feel that yes, this is not that strong a device. But again, we're talking about something that is not in the mid range, it is lower than that. So this comes exactly between the budget and the mid range category. Around 10 to 12,000 rupees is where we are looking at this one at. But obviously, take my word seriously, 10 to 12,000 rupees based on everything else that is offered here. But if you take a look at the chipset, Dimensity 800U, the 5G chipset with the 7 nanometer manufacturing process, is obviously not going to be that cheap. The cheapest phone right now with the same chipset is the Realme X7 with 20,000 rupees price tag. So this won't be that cheap. Any 5G phone might come over 15,000 rupees as the price tag, but we might have to take a look at it. We'll wait for Xiaomi's announcements, and then only we can actually come up with the actual words. We don't really know whether this Redmi Note 10 is going to come with 800U. We are just speculating and trying to see whether, if it comes, this could be one of the cheapest 5G smartphones in the market. Right now, this comes with the Android 10 and MIUI 12 based on Android 10, and 128 GB. Out of that, around 15 GB is used, and everything else is available for the user. 4 GB RAM is the only issue with me. I felt that if there was a 6 GB variant, that could have been better, but no, the company has given only 4 GB as the option. There's Game Turbo, Video Toolbox, Floating Window, and Light Mode. Now, if we quickly go into the camera application, this is also the same Xiaomi's default MIUI camera with the photo, video, pro mode with all those features. And there's also a portrait mode for that 2 megapixel camera to be used. And there's a dedicated 48 megapixel camera mode in case you want to take those higher resolution pictures. There's options for vlog, slow motion, time lapse as well. And if you go into the video and go into the settings for the same, you'll see the 4K option at 30 FPS. There's 1080 at 60 and 1080 at 30, but 4K can be captured at 30 FPS itself. And there's the option for macro mode from here. And this is for the video as well. So you can take video, 720p videos with the macro camera. And for the photo, if we go into the photos here, you'll see the macro option here to directly shift to the macro camera. So that's it, guys. This was a quick overview. Stay tuned for our speed test comparisons with particularly the Realme X7 to check out how different is the MIUI's optimization versus the Realme UI optimization when we have the same chipset, and also for the gaming review to see how well does this stand against that phone. And the good fact here is that this comes with the 3.5mm headset jack, which was not present on the Realme X7. So this is good for gamers, good for someone who's into streaming games. There's a USB Type-C cable, there's speaker, and also the microphone. Towards the top you have the secondary microphone as well as the IR blaster. On the right you have the power button, which also doubles as a fingerprint sensor. There's also the volume rocker button. On the left you have the SIM card area. So that's it, guys. I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.